Well, not everyone likes pro tip, believe in Jesus and follow him. Mingling. Not this year because I am now a grown woman. They're probably not good for you. Being single is lit. Right amount. Hi, hope everyone's doing well. Today, it's been so long since I filmed something. Quick life update. I'm back in Glasgow. Been here for 2 weeks, so that's been fun. And I've got a camera, which is why maybe the video quality is a bit better. I got a camera for my birthday because I turned 21. Yeah, and today I thought I'd film a bit of a mixed video. I feel like it's kind of a trend, like for big ages, you know. 21 is a big age, so I thought I'll make a video called 21 Things I've Learned Before 21. And yeah, I'll be making many more videos now in our new room in Glasgow. I'm super excited to film this. So let's get into the video, shall we? So I've got different categories of things I've learned. So some of them are like fun, some of them like are more serious, some of them like friends, family. You'll obviously watch them because you're gonna watch this whole video and you're gonna like and hit subscribe if you enjoyed this as well, aren't you? Because my birthday was actually, I've been 21 for 2-3 days, so it's exciting stuff, fresh. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more. And if you haven't already subscribed, click subscribe and notifications on so that you can hear whenever I post a video. Let's get into it now. What a fun one. So my first one is social media is for the bands / don't take it too seriously. I think I've always just been a bit like, I don't care about like likes, or I don't really care about followers numbers, because I just didn't see it as like, clearly number of followers doesn't equal like who's your actual friend and stuff, you know. So recently I've just decided to just be myself on social media, and people will choose to follow you or they won't, you know. So I'm just like, wait, why would they want to follow a fake Hope when they could follow the real Hope? So I'm just having a bit more fun with it, you know, not taking it too seriously. I literally post clips of myself sometimes and I just think that's quite funny, you know. So, you know, just be a bit more lighthearted. I think just have banter with it, you know, and don't take it too seriously. So number 2 is that I really like trees and outdoors, and it's really good for you. Now, I feel like when I say I like trees, it's just like, oh, you like trees. You just realise, like, when you're around, like, for example, going for a walk by the river or going to the park, like, it's so good for your mental health. And because I just love the aesthetics of, like, trees and, like, outdoor and nature and stuff, like, I'm going to make so much more of an effort to go into nature and really appreciate it, because it's just naturally there. It's free to go to, and you've just got to get up and go. Definitely spend time in nature. God created it. God created our brains to appreciate the aesthetics, you know, so go for it. I better speed up saying these because this is going to be so long. I can't read. And probably one of the most important ones, so I thought I'd get it in the video quickly. Jesus is literally the way, the truth, and the life. And before I used to just kind of be like, oh, I'm a Christian, like I go to church. I'm just like, Jesus is so important, and Jesus not only saves you from whatever path of like destruction you're going down, but he actually wants to make your life more full, and for you to give your burdens to him, and for you to feel free and not feel like you have to earn your way. You've got favour with God once you accept Jesus. So pro tip, believe in Jesus and follow him, and everything's gonna be lit. His way is literally the best, and because I properly believe that, and I believe that that is so important for your eternal life, I want to share that with people. I want to say to people, like, do you know about your eternity? Do you know Jesus? Because he's changed my life, he's changed so many people around me's life, and I know that if you give him a chance and you seek him, you're going to find him. You won't regret it. Number 4, friends are important, and find real friends. Value your friends that you have and treat them well. I think because I'm such like a loudmouth person, I've always just been like, oh, I kind of have like loads of friends because, not a flex, but just because I literally just talk to anyone. I don't find it difficult like in a situation where I'm making new friends kind of thing. One thing is that people come and go, but when you have true friends and they are checking up on you, they're praying for you, praying with you, encouraging you, truly caring about you and not just the fun things you do together. Someone who wants the best for you and is gonna help you like to improve your life and stuff like that. That's a true friend, and just really value them and like smother them in love and be good friends to them too. Everyone gives you this advice and you're like, yeah, like whatever. But then you realise, be yourself, be yourself. If you're just being a fake person and then people realise like once actual you comes out, like they don't like you, then do you know what I mean? Like, we all have things which are really weird about us, sins in our life, and we have bad habits, but we also have like the true you, the things you really find enjoyable, or the things you really love. So just be yourself and just appreciate it. Obviously there'll be things you have to change about yourself. They're probably not good for you, but overall, be weird, be quirky, whatever it is. And that ties in with the next one, which is you were created this way for a reason. I believe God has purposes and plans for your life. Did he plan when you'd be born into and where you'd be born, the family and the friends you have? Yeah, he's created you to be able to glorify him. You can live for God knowing that he's created you for a purpose and he has plans for you. And I just highly recommend ask God those plans. I think once you realise you're a lot more known and loved than you think, you start to realise, wow, I have something to do while I'm here on earth, and let me do it and spend my life the best way, glorifying God. Another thing I've learned is there will be things in your life which are hard to overcome. No one has a perfect life and there will be things you have to overcome, but the good news is that God is working all things together for the good for those who love him. So if you love God and you're called according to his purpose, then every single thing in your life is going to work together for the good. I know there's been things where I'm like, what? I hate that. And down to like the allergies I have. I used to be so salty. See, there are some things which just look bad right now, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how God's going to work that out, but I know that. Hi, sorry I had to do a Zoom call, but I'm back now. Let's carry on with the things, shall we? Family is complicated. No one has a perfect family. Throughout school, I used to think, oh, my family has these quirks, and you'd maybe hear a few friends with like family problems, but you get to uni and you realise like not everyone's got like an ideal perfect family, you know, but family is so good, so needed, and they're like the people who are going to love you through all your rubbish. So stick close to your family if you can. Parents are humans. Linking to that, parents get things wrong in the same way that we get things wrong. Being able to have grace for people is so important, because when you mess up, you want people to have grace for you the same way. So easy to be like, well, you should know better, blah, blah, blah. But really, everyone is going to make mistakes, and we're just all trying to live life out here. Another thing, linking to friends. Not everyone is the same as you. Not everyone enjoys the same things you do. For me personally, I love getting friends together, like loads of friends together, or introducing like new friends to my old friends and mixing friend groups together. But not everyone enjoys that. And like that's one of my favourite things to do, which is why I love like hospitality, having people around dinner, like having a party or something. But not everyone likes mingling as much. It like doesn't mean you have to take it personally or stuff like that, but everyone is different. That's one thing, gotta learn. Outdoor activities aren't that bad. I think especially growing up in London and not really going to like the countryside very often, or just seeing it as a very foreign place, unless it was like a beach, I would just be like, I'm not touching dirt, or I'm not going in a forest. Like, what? Why am I walking? Like, what's walking fun for? Me being young as well. But now I just like embrace the outdoors, embrace like climbing, seeing the views, all that stuff. It's very lit. Yeah, because like I used to kind of am still, but like, I used to be super scared of bugs and like want anything to touch me like outside. Like if I saw an ant, I'd be like, no, why is it in the grass with me? Like, but it's okay. Like, just embrace what God has designed. Another one, comparison ain't it. Like, do not compare yourself to people. Like, if you want to learn something, you want to do something, don't just compare yourself and think, oh, if I'm not like the best, or if I'm not as good as that person, then it's not worth it. It's good to see those people who are better than you, maybe to aspire to them or be inspired by them, but don't necessarily think you have to compare everything about yourself to someone else, because people are different. Enjoy the gifts that you have. Do more experiences. I think I've always been this kind of person where instead of a gift, I always prefer an experience. So definitely, like in this last year, I've been going to loads of concerts with my friends, especially in Glasgow. Going and discovering new artists in concerts is so good, and like live jazz is just so good. And remember the people you're with, stuff like that. So go and do those experiences. Share with others more. Treating friends and family well as well. I love making food for people, but I feel like, you know, buy someone a coffee or budget in generosity. That's something that Jenny taught me from this episode of the Hopecast. Won't be linked there because it's not a YouTube video. Linked in the description. Just basically go follow the Hopecast and then listen to all the episodes. Money episode with Jenny. She made me realise something really useful is like, if you're on a budget in your generosity, being able to give to others, like buying someone a coffee. And it's really fun. It's just great to give. But I think, because I always like saving up money, or like, you know, I just like seeing the money stack in my bank account. But in the end, everything you buy with money is going to turn to dust and be eaten by moths. So don't hold on to it, basically. Another one, stop bottling up. Now, I think the thing is, even if I'm sad, I'll literally smile. And it's not that I want to cover up if I feel upset or something. I just want to smile as well. Like, I don't want to dwell on negative things. But sometimes it is useful to share things with others. Like, to be able to share a burden with a friend is so useful. To have them understand your situation, or just be there with you, or ask you if you're okay, check up on you, you know. It's okay to not be okay. I used to assume that people like didn't want to hear anything negative or for me to dampen the mood, so I just didn't want to like say anything if I was feeling upset about something. But it's very useful, so definitely advise that. Your real friends will care about that, so share it and they won't help you. Be grateful. I think one thing I've definitely realised about being in the Western world is that a lot of people feel very entitled, like they deserve a certain amount of food on their table, and they deserve a certain car, and they deserve a certain flat and stuff like that. And it's like, God literally has provided so much for you. Be grateful to him. Yeah, just don't be ungrateful and just be thankful. Philippians 4 talks about not being anxious but having thanksgiving and giving your petitions to God. So ask God for things, yes, for sure, but also be thankful for what he's already done for you. And that's a way to just praise God and be thankful. And it just makes you remember, hey, God's done so much for me in the past, so why would I doubt that he's going to carry on fighting, and he's going to carry on coming through on whatever thing that I'm worried about. Cast your cares on him, for he cares. So I used to always just read that and be like, yeah, it's cool, like, don't worry, don't be anxious, whatever. But God really, really, really does care. He cares so much that Jesus shed blood, was beaten up and painfully killed so that you could spend eternity with him, so that you could be in the right relationship with him. So he definitely cares, whether it's a massive problem or a tiny worry that you have. Give your burdens to God, and especially be ready to give your burdens to God, and regularly do that. Like when you're praying, just be like, God, this is something I'm worrying about, but I'm giving it over to you. I'm letting go of it. It's not on my shoulders anymore. I don't need to worry about it, because I know that you are the God who keeps your promises, who's faithful to me, who cares about me, and is fighting for me and fighting for my corner. And a useful thing in terms of that is to journal. I'm definitely not an external processor. I'm definitely keep lots of things in my brain until I'm so stressed out that I can't function, which is really unuseful. But now, getting into a regular rhythm of journaling, yeah, just writing down what you're thankful for, as well as what you worry about, and writing your prayers down are really useful, just to get it on a page as well. It just feels like a weight's lifted off you. But you can also look back at all the prayers that have been answered and the worries that you had, which you're like, don't even care about anymore. And you're just like, okay, life's not too awful, you know. You will get through the things, you will get past the seasons of pain and seasons of worry, you know, you will get past it. So yeah, it's also an opportunity to look back and be grateful to God. Okay, another one is stop putting pressure on yourself. There's a Francis Chan video actually that I've watched, and it's just about how people are trained to earn everything through their work. So from a young age, people are like, okay, get these grades in school to be the best. And you're always like, okay, you need to earn these grades, you need to do this. You need to earn your way into that school, you need to earn your way into university, you need to earn your degree, all these things. But God doesn't work on an earning-based system. He's full of grace, compassion, love for you. And he wants to give stuff to his children, believe it or not. He's a good father. He is not one to withhold good things from you. I'm literally talking to myself right now. But stop thinking that you have to work a certain amount or do certain things to make God feel pleased enough. He already sees you as blameless and righteous in his sight because he really loves you. Another one for the experiences is like going on holidays. So for example, I went to Berlin with my friend, shout out to Zara. It was literally one of the best trips I've been on because it was like spending time with friends who were there in Berlin, but also like seeing some sights and then also chilling and like seeing the local neighborhood and stuff like that. It was just so chill and so fun, and I was like, I loved seeing new places and like experiencing this. So go to places, explore, travel, see what God's made, see what people are doing around the world, and just enjoy it. So being single is lit. Okay, right. So maybe you don't believe me. Like maybe you're like, no, but you don't understand. Like I need a man, I need a girlfriend, I need a boyfriend, whatever. But no, you don't. And I'll tell you for why. First of all, if you're gonna get like married, for example, you're gonna be married most of your life. Like the majority of your life will be spent with that person. Like being single's so fun because you literally get to do what you want. Like I don't need to worry about blah blah blah. Like I don't need to worry like, is this person gonna mind if I go? No, it's fun. So just enjoy it while you're in it. And I think like when everyone was like 15, 16 and like buzzing about like people, I was just like, I actually enjoy this. But you know, especially in school, you're just in a different life altogether. But like in school, people can make you think like you need to be in a relationship, like you need to want this really badly, or you need to at least be like on the hunt or on the grind for like finding your man. But no, just enjoy. Like you're literally, while you're young, like just chill. It's so fun. Just chilling with the friends, you know. Obviously, I'm not saying like don't ever be in a relationship. Like I'm just saying enjoy the time you're in, and don't just be like, oh I wish, like don't just wish yourself into the next thing, because then you'll look back and be like, oh I wish that I had to just focus on the time I was in. So just appreciate the season you're in, go with the flow. But stand up for what you believe in, girl or boy. Sometimes you can feel embarrassed, definitely know that feeling. You feel like, oh I don't want people to perceive me in this way, especially with Jesus, like, or these, like there are some big issues in the world which no one wants to stand up for. But you know what, as Christians, as followers of Jesus, we're not called to just sit on the sidelines and be comfortable with what the world's ways are. We have to be transformed in our hearts and remembering like what's actually the most important thing. Go for it. Obviously seek truth. Don't just believe anything. But okay, yes, so no, I would just say seek truth and then, you know, back yourself. Woohoo! So hopefully that was 21 things. I hope you enjoyed that video and thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos. So this is a good way to introduce also my life glow up series. So what I'm doing is I'm improving my life, what that looks like. Just adding new things to my life or changing up, you know, the mad 20s they say, like it's when you make your who you are, whatever. So my life glow up is just going to involve me being more organised, getting more healthy, stuff like that, where I just like organise my life and put myself together. So I'm trying to film a few like life glow up tips. I'm not even clumsy, it's just like a bit disorganised sometimes, or like the mess of my brain can overspill into my life and then it's a bit hectic. Like I tend to like overbook myself and then stress myself out or something like that, but not this year because I am now a grown woman. There are no excuses, getting my life together. So I'll just be bringing you guys along the journey and things like me starting to exercise or like being healthy or being organised, leaving the house on time, stuff like that, you know, simple stuff which is very effective in your life. So stay tuned for more of that. And thank you for watching this video. Do like it and subscribe please. Also, if you made it to the end of the video, right, comment down below a really good life tip that you have which you want to share with the community so we can all grow and glow together. Woohoo! Okay, but most importantly, at the end of the day, I hope and pray that you'll follow Jesus today. Woohoo!